Hello, I'm taking a walk, clearly, and it feels like I really needed it. Well, I to be honest, I take a walk as often as I can, multiple times a week. Most days of the week I take a walk, because that's kind of my main form of exercise right now, walking, and I've been running as well. Since I need to get my gym membership out of collections, which I saw a video the other day about like calling collections agencies and pretty much just telling them how much you can pay and then having them agree to close the account just based on what you can pay. So the amount I owe is like $279 or something somehow. Whatever. I don't get that, because they said it was because the annual fee was trying to come out, but I didn't have enough money. That makes sense. But the extra couple of months, because it was like, it used to be $39.99 per month, because I had like the whole thing where you could bring a buddy, even though I never used that part. But I did use the sauna, the red light therapy, the massage tables, and the, what's the other thing, like that vibrational plate. I've used all of that, and I made it a point to use all that pretty often, so I felt like the $39.99 was worth it. But I didn't know until months later that I owed that much. And it wasn't like there was probably like a month, maybe a month and a half. Was it even that long that I didn't go to the gym? So I guess they were letting me go even though I was negative. I don't know. Anyway, I miss the gym because I like going to work out whenever I feel like it, including at night. But since walking and running has been my main form of exercise, I don't really like being out well, I like it. I do. If it was up to me, then I would run at night. I ran for part of the time at night because I started off, it was like this, and then it kept getting darker yesterday, and that was really nice. I don't know, I just like that vibe, but I know that it's more dangerous, so I try to not do that. So I miss the gym because you can go, it was literally 24 hours, so you can go whenever you want to. It's a pretty day. Look at that beautiful sunset. I love the colors of the sky. But anyway, I wanted to talk about why I felt the need to go on a walk right now. I've just been feeling low today. A little background. So I decided to drink coffee yesterday because it was free. And if it's for free is like my middle name. If it's free, it's for me. And I drink a matcha, which I do matchas already. Maybe once, seems like once every 2 weeks I'll drink a matcha. And so I had one, and I had the coffee, and tell me why, like an hour or two later, my skin was itching. When I say itching, I mean itching. I was like, am I on crack? What's going on? And I just felt like, I don't know if that makes sense. That's how my body felt, like very, very itchy all over. And I was like, first I was like, what's going on? Is it because I ran out of my coconut oil and my vitamin E oil that I usually put on my body like right after I get out the shower, so my skin isn't very super duper dry? I was like, it can't be. It's my scalp, like my face, my neck, everything was itching. I felt like Tyrone Biggums. And is that his name? I hope that's his name. uh, um yeah, I felt very itchy and jittery, and I ran, and well, I walked for a while, then I was like, I need to run. I started running, and then I was taking a shower, trying to calm down. I was dancing, twerking in the shower. It was just it was too much. And then today I feel like, I don't know, I know that coffee is a drug. One, because of how it made me feel, and also a little background, I don't drink coffee. I used to when I was working at an ad agency like 10 years ago. I guess a little more than 10 years ago now. And I quit. I quit drinking coffee because I felt like I was too dependent on it. And I was, because I started having like withdrawal symptoms. And I started reading this book a couple days ago called, what is it called? Something about plants, by someone whose last name is Plants. Is it Your Mind on Plants? I don't know. I have to see. I just started reading it. So maybe that's why this is like top of mind, but I'm like, coffee is clearly a drug, even though everyone agrees with that. But like, and also I took a picture today. I was like, why is my face looking so weird? I was like, am I like in a weird place in my cycle? It's like, no, my face looks like, I don't want to say, maybe bloated, puffy, or maybe it's just looking plump. I don't know. It doesn't look snatched, like as snatched as it usually does, and I'm okay with that. I kind of like it. Like I got a little Botox. Just kidding. I've never gotten Botox. But yeah. So, what am I even talking about? I feel okay. Anyway, I feel like I'm coming down from a high today. I stayed in bed most of the day. Look at how pretty that is. You see it? Oh, look at those colors. The colors of the wind. Yeah, but I was feeling very irritable today as well. I don't know if that's a side effect of drinking a cup of coffee after not having coffee for like a year or two. Ever since I quit coffee, I end up drinking one like once a year if I get it for free. Once a year, sometimes once every other year, sometimes maybe 2 cups of coffee in a year, just not that many. And I see why now. I don't need that itchiness in my life. Apparently, if you have a caffeine sensitivity or allergy, then your skin might be all itchy like that. It was very, very itchy. But yeah, I was feeling irritable and annoyed today, and I don't know if it's because I watched a movie out of my out of my comfort level genre. I watched Nosferatu, which is a horror movie. It's very dark, yeah, but also like arousing. I don't know, made me feel very like, what's going on? I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know if it's that. Also, so my job, I stretch people for my job. And I had one client, and I think all of my clients are amazing. And I always hold them in unconditional positive regard. But I have one client that we were talking about like kids, and she never had them. She's really happy about it, which is good. But I think the conversation was a little triggering for me because if you know me, you probably know motherhood hasn't been like fun or easy for me. Even though my kids are great, but it's just, I don't know. And on top of that, my mental health is not always good. Sometimes I'm like dealing with depression, and I try my best to not go into like a very low state. That's why I usually stay away from scary movies too. So I don't know. I feel like that conversation plus the movie plus the coffee, I feel like it's forced me to face like some of my shadow self that I don't really want to face because I don't know. I would rather not be very like depressed again like I've been at some points in my life. Um so yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of dealing with that. Oh, there's a deer. Let me see if you guys can see it. I don't know if y'all will be able to. But by that trash can, do you see it? Can you see it? Where's the trash can? Right there. See that deer? Sorry guys, I'm on my phone. I don't have a camera. I'm just using what I got. But yeah, I feel like all of those things combined is leading me to have like a very heavy mood and a very heavy energy today. And just like I need something to like make me excited. And also my to-do list is like a whole bunch of stuff I don't want to do. So I'm just feeling like stressed, and I think I'm having some anxiety as well, like from those factors from that combo. And you know when you get to the point where you're just like, if somebody says mama one more time, I'm gonna flip. That's how I was feeling. Because I was like, I got the kids everything they needed and stuff. And I was like, okay guys, if you need anything, go ask daddy because I need a break. So I went in the room, locked the door. Mom, go ask daddy. Like, Earl, can I come inside the room? Okay. And then Niall came in blocking. Nala came. I need a freaking break, bruh. Like, can I just be? So thankfully, Earl took them to go grocery shopping, which is good. That's one thing off my list because I've created the list already, and I just like hadn't gone grocery shopping for whatever reason. Whether it be energy or just, I don't know, just a feeling like got a lot of stuff to do. And also on top of that, so this week, Nala will go back to school this week, and we just, because of like the holidays and stuff and the break, we've taken Niall to school some days he stayed at home. My mom has been here most of the time helping to take care of him. My dad came and helped one day, which was nice. So I've had a lot of help with him, but this week Earl will go back to work and he's out of town most of the week. So it's just me and the kids, and it's, I don't know, it's draining. It's really draining, that would be the word, because I have to get them ready for school, get them like their dinner, make sure I eat, which sometimes I don't. It's harder to find the time to exercise. I usually try to go after I drop them off at school because I don't have to be at work until 10 o'clock. And I usually like to go on my walk or run at that time. But if I don't do that, because if I'm running late or something, and even in that little period of time, between when I drop them off and when I have to be at work. It's just so rushed. So I just don't get a lot of like me time and self-care time. Yeah, most of the time. So I think part of me was feeling irritable and upset because I am kind of mourning like my life from the past couple weeks of, not having to be super strict on a schedule, being able to have a lot of help, and yeah, just knowing from now until whenever, it's just going to be hard and not that fun. And fun is one of my guiding principles of life, which sounds crazy. My lip gloss. You know what I noticed? I do my lip gloss weird. It's usually like at the top and stuff. Oh, it's so pretty. This camera doesn't really do it justice, but the pinks and blues in the sky are so nice. But yeah, I feel like fun is one of my, it's like one of my guiding principles in life. Like, I just want to have fun. Like, I've heard near-death stories before, and I also follow some death doulas and nurses and stuff who have been with people as they go to the other side, and they've talked about their regrets, and sometimes people wish they had more fun. And once I heard that, I was like, you know what, I want my thing to be, wow, I had so much fun, like that life was great. And during these years while the kids are young and stuff, and I feel like I have, like, well, it's not I feel like, I'm responsible for 2 other humans while also being like a wife, and also make sure I'm responsible for me, taking care of myself, which has always been difficult for me. So I like push myself to make sure that I do it, because I don't want to end up in like a depressive episode again. That's why I'm like so serious about my self-care and my walks and my baths. And I get it, there's more to self-care than just those things. But for someone who's struggling to like make sure they take a shower every day or how often they need to, like, those things make a huge difference in someone's quality of life. So yeah, in these years while the kids are so young and everything, makes it a little harder to have fun. Like I said, I love them and I do my best for them. It's hard to maintain my own maintain my own quality of life and stuff too. So yeah, thanks for listening. I was gonna journal, but I guess I just said most of what I would have said in a journal. Not all of it, because when it comes to me and my journal, we're like this. There's no filter. I'm gonna walk through this park. Yeah, so I guess I don't really have anything else to say. Might post this as is, just because I'm trying to just get into the habit of actually posting. But whenever I don't edit, I'm always like, oh, did I say something I shouldn't have said? Or did I say something I don't quite want to share online? I don't know. But then I think of some of my favorite creators, and they just feel like an open book. So I don't know. I'm fighting my voice, finding my lane here on the platform. So yeah. For the rest of my walk, I'm probably gonna listen to, excuse me, also matcha, which I had yesterday, makes me burp. Excuse me, this is crazy. But I think that plus the caffeine still have me burping the next day, which is so disgusting. Look at that big old tree. Can y'all see it? It's kind of cool. But yeah, I think for the rest of my walk, I'm just gonna listen to a YouTube video or a podcast or something. And I'm probably gonna drive some Uber Eats because I need cash. I need some money for this week because we don't have any at this point. And another huge thing on my list, I've just lost so much, probably all of my motivation for my software development class that I'm taking, because I've realized, which I knew all along, I don't like software developing. I'm not an engineer. That's not the way my brain works naturally. And even though I know you can learn new skills to be able to make a lot of money, which was my hope, I feel miserable when I think of even doing the work. It's so boring. It's so not me. And then I go back to one of my guiding principles, if it's not something that's fun, especially if it's something that makes me feel miserable, no amount of money in the world is worth me possibly doing something irreversible to myself. Yeah, because if I'm feeling miserable every day that I'm doing a job, I'm not gonna make it that long. So, and my goal is to live till I'm 100 and live a long, healthy, happy life. So to do that, I gotta take care of your girl. So yeah, this is a lot of rambling, but maybe someone else can relate. Maybe you just enjoyed watching this. So give me a thumbs up and maybe comment something if you feel like commenting. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.